Welcome to UNEWS on the University Cable Network. UNEWS is the newscast from Buena Vista University. We will keep you updated with the most important and exciting happenings on campus. Cultural Leadership Conference, often called as CLC, is celebrating its 10th anniversary this year at BVU from April 8th to 11th. The conference is designed by the Department of Intercultural Programs to offer high school juniors and seniors from diverse populations a first-hand look at college life and the academic and co-curricular opportunities available at BVU. The event is expected to draw approximately 60 students from Iowa and several other Midwestern states. On April 7th to 14th, the Buena Vista University Art Gallery will feature a multimedia project, Blues Ain't Dead. Blues Ain't Dead focuses on local blues band, the Jacob Lee Band, as a music documentary featuring the life of the band through the multiple media of print, video, and audio. Kyle French, a senior graphic design major, music production minor at BVU, developed the idea for the exhibition as his senior capstone. A program at Buena Vista University is currently in place to boost morale and community spirit in the residence halls after it was noticed that the building violations have increased. UNEWS multimedia reporter Caitlin Kenobi has the story.
Here at Buena Vista University, Pierce and White residence halls have recently launched a new campaign called Pierce White Pride, aimed at trying to create a cleaner and better environment.
It is a incentive-based program that we have just initiated in this past year, 2009-2010. The idea behind it was to build some essentially pride in the buildings and the residence halls that we work and live in.
Sometimes buildings get reputations, and I think on this campus, kind of Pierce White is seen kind of as a maybe having an Animal House mentality, even though it's really not that bad. But still, I think there's a little bit of a rep there. But I do think this has helped, and this is really, I think, a great first step in building more pride in that building.
A lot of the success of the Pierce White Pride campaign has come from the prizes involved for those who participate.
For example, the cleaner a floor or bathroom would be, the more points a floor would get. And they get prizes varying from t-shirts to maybe a pizza party or sub party or something like that.
But do the resident directors of these halls feel like the program is working?
I believe that as this campaign continues and garners more interest and people see the different prizes and, again, those awesome t-shirts, they'll be much more likely to encourage their community members, hold each other and themselves accountable as far as respecting their community and taking pride in their buildings.
For UNEWS, this is Caitlin Kenobi.
Pierce and White Pride will continue to be in effect for the rest of the year and potentially next year, depending how the resident directors feel it is working. Coming up next on the UNEWS, I'll be back with more happenings at Buena Vista University. Stay tuned.
Has everything lost its fun? Tired of your laptop always breaking down on you? Do video games bore you? Is the same old food no longer appetizing? If everything has lost its fun, at least you can always turn to the University Cable Network, providing fun since the beginning of time.
Welcome back to UNEWS on the UCN. BVU Theater will present The Servant of Two Masters by Carlo Goldani in a modern adaptation by Dorothy Lewis. The play was directed by Dr. Bethany Larson, Assistant Professor of Theater, and Carrie New, a Senior Theater and Arts Management major who worked as an Assistant Director. As one of the highlight events of Parents' Weekend, the performances will be held on April 21st to 24th at 8 p.m. in Anderson Auditorium. As the last highlight of Parents' Weekend, the annual Student Recognition Dinner is scheduled on April 24th to honor over 300 students for outstanding accomplishments in both academics and leadership. As one of the highlights of the year, many overall honors will be recognized and celebrated. This year's keynote speaker for the event will be Dr. Beth Lamore, Professor of Speech Communication. The program begins at 5 p.m. on Dow's Grand Ballroom in the Sebens Forum. Here now, we have Corbett Butler with us to give us the sports. Hi, Corbett. How's the sports at BVU looking?
Well, Lena, things have finally dried up for the Beavers. The BVU teams have been hard at it, and here's a look at the past week in sports. The men's baseball team went to work on April 2nd with a 3-game series at Luther College. Both teams were looking for their first win in the Iowa Conference. The Beavers went to work at bat in the first game, netting 15 hits and 11 RBIs. Brandon Piatzik led the team with 3 of those hits and 2 RBIs. The second game was a large field effort led by pitcher Luke Probasco, who with the help of the team only allowed 1 RBI the entire game. The third game was a combination of the first 2 games, netting 11 RBIs offensively and allowing no runs defensively. Beavers would sweep the series with the Norse, 13-9, 3-1, and 11-2 respectively. The BVU track team began their outdoor season by participating in the Loras College Open on April 5th. Both men and women combined to finish the day with 10 top 3 finishes, including 6 individual champions. Andrea Boyd captured the individual title in the 100-meter hurdles with a time of 16.45 seconds, with Bailey Schefbuck trailing by a mere 0.02 seconds, finishing second overall. Morgan Darrow turned in the other title in the shot put with her NCAA provisional toss of 12.98 meters. For the men, Tanner Russ took the 100-meter hurdles in a time of 15.33 seconds, also taking the 400 hurdles in 55.3 seconds. BVU also captured a pair of titles in the field events, as Sam Minders took the high jump at 1.83 meters, and Stephen Rickey won the shot put with a distance of 15.19 meters. A former Beaver athlete is making his debut in the Iowa Arena football world this season, and he's starting off strong. Jesse Schmidt, a Lorenz native, signed with the Iowa Barnstormers earlier this year and played his first game with the team on April 2nd. Schmidt hauled in a game-high 8 catches while tallying a game-best 129 yards. Included among those grabs was a 24-yard touchdown in the second quarter during the team's 61-43 loss. This is Schmidt's first season with the Barnstormers and his 4th season in the AFL. If you want more scores, news, and highlights from BVU sports, head on over to bvu.edu/athletics. Back to you, Lena.
Thank you, Corbett, for giving us the sports. Buena Vista University will hold its annual Benefication Day event on April 27th. For this day, which has been a long tradition, classes are canceled so that students, faculty, and staff have the opportunity to clean up of buildings, grounds, and the community, and also the campus. Following a kickoff event and opening ceremonies, service activities will take place for nonprofit organizations in the community, on campus, and at BVU resident halls, as well as the project for Haiti to bag 7,000 meals for children. You can join Student Move for an alternative weekend trip to Iowa City on April 16th and 17th. For this time, Student Move will be working with Habitat for Humanities and spending the afternoon at the Coral Ridge Mall with the option of ice skating paid for by Student Move. After service and mall time, you will also be treated to a dinner at Olive Garden, courtesy of Move. You can sign up in GSLC with a $10 deposit beginning Friday, April 9th. Student Activity Sport is now receiving new and brilliant ideas from BVU students. If you have any awesome events that you would like to see on campus or have suggestions to make existing events better, you can simply email SAB with suggestions or questions. Thank you for watching UNEWS on the University Cable Network. We'll be back with more news of Buena Vista University. Goodbye.